Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to another week in the life of running our dealership, NG Supercars.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
For you channel, my name is Dan, and this is our dealership, NG Supercars, and we're going to bring you along as we conduct business and run this company and try and keep everything going. It's a lot of work, and we have a small staff, so there's lots of action going on, lots of things happening, and we want to bring you along and show you all these things as they happen. So we do appreciate it if you guys could like, share, and subscribe. That does help out the channel, so thank you so much. So let's talk about where we're at. So it is Thursday, which means tonight we have our live stream. So every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central, join us. We do our Thursday night live. But at the moment, we are getting that 48 cleaned up because the owner is coming to grab it tomorrow. This 430, we had to send out the ECUs to get a different tune. So it is sold, and for some reason, the tune that was on it was not resetting the readiness monitors. No matter what we did, I don't know. I don't get it. It was very frustrating. Corvette, we have no deals on the moment, lots of interest, lots of weird trades offered, including guns and property and strange cars I've never seen before. I don't know, man. Over there, that 430 is going to get converted. It is sold. That 458 in the corner is waiting for parts. It is sold. That black 458 is not sold. It's actually available to buy. We have the Barn Find 360, which we'll be showing you as we work on it, probably starting on it pretty soon. Josh's father-in-law's Jag, which we gotta have stop leaking, so we need to work on that. Waiting on a few parts on Scott's 360. So we were doing rear main seal on it, and a part broke. We had to order that part. So we decided we're gonna redo the lift here. We wanna rerun new hoses so that the hoses aren't in the way. So we're actually gonna run a hose up and over through some conduit or something like that, get it out of the way. And then the Testarossa, which was supposed to be gone on Tuesday, it is now Thursday. The shipping company lied to us again. We're gonna get it Tuesday. Okay, no you didn't. We're gonna get it Wednesday. Okay, no you didn't. We're gonna get it today, which is Thursday. By 1 to 2 o'clock, it's 1:53. I don't think they're gonna make it by 2. I'm gonna say 4:30. That's my guess. Maybe 6. And then on the lift is another 360, which we have a deposit for, and we are doing the heat exchanger. We should be able to have that wrapped up later today, if not early tomorrow. And then my first Ferrari F430, which is already sold and is awaiting parts. So basically, like, most of the cars here are already sold. Outside, we have the Porsche 993, which is available, and we're just getting it cleaned up for pictures. And we have the Lexus LC500 and the coaster bus. Lots of action going on. So we do need to buy some cars, so we're gonna be looking for cars, and that's gonna be one of the goals over the next week is let's buy some cars. So we'll be looking on the internet, scouring the internet for cars that are for sale. But at the moment, I need to finish editing videos. I've been working on editing videos all morning. I'm still not even close to done. I've been answering phone calls and emails as well because, well, that's, I swear to God, like half my life now is just phone calls and emails. I'm gonna finish editing, eat some lunch. You know, lunch at 2 o'clock. Yeah, well, that's, you do what you can. And then we'll talk in a minute. Just to make me really extra annoyed today, there is apparently some new scam or spam calls going on. I guess it's a scam. It's already happened twice in the last hour. So they're calling our business line. So somehow they got our business phone number and threw it in their bullshit system. And they're like, oh yes, this is Officer blah, blah, blah from Customs and Border Patrol, and we intercepted a package. Are you expecting a package? It's the most generic bullshit ever. And so the first time I was like, he was like, are you expecting a package from Mexico? And I'm like, no. And he just hung up on me. So the second one, he's all like, oh, this is Officer blah, blah, blah. Are you expecting a package? And he's like, oh, it's being shipped to you. And I go, well, what's my name? He goes, excuse me? I'm like, well, what's the name it's shipping to? And then he hung up on me. So they're full of shit. And that's just gonna make me really annoyed because now I'm gonna get a bunch of calls that I'm gonna have to answer, and they're gonna be bullshit spam calls. I cannot hire someone to take over the phone call stuff soon enough. I'm gonna kill some people. YouTube, let me tell you, okay, Testarossa is loaded and on the truck, and man, that was, the Testarossa is pretty annoying to load because heavy, manual transmission, old school, and it's super wide and it's very, very low. So that was quite the challenge. Anyway, it's on its way. We have new hoses, so we can get this all set up. That will be interesting. Oh, and he bought the stuff to do it. Oh man, look at this, we got all this stuff. We'll get that set up hopefully today. Oh God, what a pain in the ass. All right, I'm gonna sit down. I still gotta finish editing videos. I'm still not even done with that. All right, YouTube, today's one of those days where I did not accomplish anywhere near the things I needed to get done, which really kind of ticks me off because now I'm behind the ball and it's going to be making my Friday shitty. I had to edit 3 videos and I only got 1 of them done. Now, these videos, the ones you're watching, these day in the life videos, they're very cool. I like them. They're reasonably easy to edit, but they take a very long time to edit. So a normal 15-minute video doing a car review, I can usually edit in anywhere from like 2 to 4 hours, usually closer to 2. These videos are taking closer to like 4 to 6 hours to edit. And the problem is I got so many phone calls and disruptions and emails and bullshit that I only got the video from the last week's Day in the Life series done. I did not get the 2 car review videos that I filmed done, which means I need to edit those car review videos tomorrow on Friday. And I was actually hoping to wrench instead, but I guess I'm not. So we did get all the parts and stuff to hardwire that lift, which I think is gonna be great. Now it's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass and I'm actually not looking forward to doing that at all, but we'll do that tomorrow. That 360 will be done tomorrow and that 360 should hopefully be shipping out tomorrow. So Testarossa is gone. Yeah. Oh, and like the yellow car, that yellow 360 that we sent her to the Makina get converted, even though we already sold it and whatever, they tore the car apart and the clutch was soaked in oil. The rear main seal had been gone out, so we actually replaced the clutch and the flywheel at our cost. We didn't even charge the customer. So that cost us like $5,000. So we lost $5,000 on that deal. Yeah. Sometimes it sucks being an honest dealership. All right, well, I'm gonna go home and we will see what we can do tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube. It's Friday. So, end of the week, what are we doing today? Well, the 48 just left. And let me tell you, the owner of that car is a hero. He not only has a badass car and had us do some really awesome stuff to it, he's driving it all the way back to Iowa, which is like over 1,000 miles. But he's not going straight. No. He's doing it properly. He's taking all the back roads. In fact, he's actually going the wrong way for 4 hours to go do the Twisted Sisters. Hell yeah, this is how you do it, man. Go enjoy the car. The memories he's gonna create, and by the way, he's doing it with his son, which is even cooler. He and his son are gonna have memories for the rest of their lives about, oh, we flew down to Texas, picked up our 48, drove it on the Twisted Sisters, drove it, they're going to the Ozarks, and then they're probably gonna make it, I'm gonna guess that's gonna be like a 3-day adventure. That's awesome. Like, good on them, proper use of the car. That's the good news of the day. The bad news, it rained extremely hard last night and partially flooded this area of the shop and back of the corner. Unfortunately, when they did the asphalt, it's not got the right angle to it, so the water tends to go this way, which means it tends to come in under that door, and then we have that stupid hill behind the building, and that tends to cause the water to run off into the back of the shop. So when it rains really, really hard, some water comes in. You get like a small lake right here. So I need to clean that up. But other good news, I suppose, the 360 over there just got the wire for it. So that car is 100% sold. So we already had the deposit. We were waiting on the wire to hit. The wire hit just like 10 minutes ago. So that car is theirs, which means I gotta finish it up real quick. So we had to do the heat exchanger. They asked us to replace the heat exchanger as part of the deal. It's done. So I need to get the last few things buttoned up. We gotta start it, run it, probably drive it a little bit, make sure it's good, and then it's happy and it goes to its new owners. All right, I need to do that real quick. Let me get that done. And then we got some other stuff we need to do today, including editing videos. I only got 1 video out of 3 done yesterday. Oh man. It's not gonna be a relaxing Friday. This is gonna be a stressful, run around, crazy Friday. All right, YouTube. I did not film much today at all. I guess I'm sorry, sort of, but not really. But it's been a busy day and it was super frustrating. The morning was super frustrating, but I'm feeling pretty good about the afternoon. This morning, walked in, water in the shop. That always makes me unhappy. There's just a bunch of shit that just was like, stuff we had to take care of. We got the 360 cleaned up. They were supposed to come grab it today and no phone call, no transport, no nothing. But it's sold, so hopefully the transport comes because that's probably the new owner. Yes, it is. They are very excited to get that car, as they should be. We got that car cleaned up. Interesting enough, the turn signal indicator was not working for the right turn signal, only the left, but the 4-ways worked, but not the right. So we swapped the relay out of the barn find car and that fixed it. So we have to order a new relay. So that's taken care of. That car is ready to roll and they're gonna love that thing. It's awesome. If they're watching, I hope you guys have it by, well, you won't have it by the time this video comes out, but maybe, yeah, actually you should. So Scott's car back on the lift. And you notice we ran hard lines for the lift. So we actually permanently mounted the hoses. So now that's over there. We'll probably build like a stand or something to hold that and mount it to the wall. We'll have to get some mounting system or something better than what, you know, that little cart. It's kind of stupid. That looks a lot better. And the guys cleaned up the shop really nicely. It looks quite wonderful in here. So it's Friday and it's almost 5 o'clock and I'm back on drinking beer. So I'm gonna sit down and have a beer and we'll see you guys on Monday. So have a good weekend, drink a beer. We'll see you guys Monday.
Eventually.
Well, good morning, YouTube. It's Monday, and I don't know why, but I just have this feeling that this week's gonna kick ass. We're gonna get some shit done, and it's gonna be good.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
I hope. Let me see where we're at. I gotta get kind of my head wrapped around everything that's going on. We might have some special projects that are a little bit outside of the norm. So first of all, I did answer a few emails over the weekend, so I'm not totally behind because there was about 40, 50 emails that I had to answer over the weekend, and I was able to do so on Sunday. And I do have a video of this car, which should be out by the time that, it should be out right now, like literally as I'm filming this video should be out. And then I have a video of the LC500 coming out on Thursday. So I'm actually ahead of the game on videos. But where we're at is Josh's car. Well, Josh is on vacation, so that car is kind of paused for the moment. Although I'm gonna probably just double check the timing because he asked me to, so we can get that situated. This 430, again, we're just waiting on conversion parts. This thing's gonna probably take another month or so. It just has a lot of stuff going on. There is an intake manifold that's supposed to be shipping back to us, so once that's here, we can at least start buttoning up some of the engine stuff. Probably like pull the transmission and then do the valve covers, remove the exhaust because it's getting a full exhaust, that sort of stuff. So we can do some work on it prior to getting all the rest of the parts. LC500 is just for sale. Porsche is for sale. Scott's car waiting on some parts. That 430, man, let me tell you, I'm a little bit pissed off because, so the guy comes to buy this car, and I'm not pissed off at the guy, I'm pissed off at UPS. So the guy comes to buy the car and test drives it, loves it, makes a deal for it, buys it, pays for it the next day. Everything's going great, except for the stupid readiness monitors wouldn't reset. So I need to send the ECUs out to DME. We pull the ECUs that day, box them up, drop them off at UPS, pay for next day air shipping, priority, whatever, all that crap, the expensive shipping, and they don't ship them out for 2+ days. So DME still has not received the ECUs. They were supposed to have been there on Thursday. It's now Monday. So I'm a little bit pissed off because like the guy was super excited, and unfortunately UPS is causing me to look like an asshole and burst his bubble because he was really excited. He wanted to show it to his family and stuff over the weekend, and that didn't happen. It's not our fault, but I'm a little bit frustrated because I don't like when things beyond my control make me look bad. I don't like that. That sort of stuff drives me nuts. Corvette starting to get some interest finally. No offers that are real serious. There's some people who wanted to come look at this week, so that will probably happen. That 430 needs to go to Makina to get the conversion going. It also has like just a ton of other stuff that we're doing to this car, so we might start working on some of those things. It just kind of depends. So this week, this car might finally start getting some work done. Still waiting on the parts for that one. That 458 is for sale. No serious offers as of this point. We might start on the barn find 360 this week. I was thinking about it. It's probably time to get that going. And we might even, well, the Jag, I need to wait for Josh to get back because I don't know. And this 360 is sold, and it was supposed to go out the door, and the shipper never showed up. So I need to email the shippers and be like, yo, what's up with this thing? Why is it still here? So it should have been gone already, which again, other people making me look like an asshole. I don't like that. I hate that. Just keep your promises. If you think if you're gonna be able to do certain things, just say you're gonna be able to do certain things. That's all. So yeah, lots of work going on in the shop. But here's the other thing that's going to probably happen in the next, well, this week. The first thing is I gotta mow the lawn. So let me show you what's going on outside. We have outdoor projects. It's now June, which means it's only getting hotter, right? It's Texas. So you can see, yeah, the yard looks like crap. I need to mow it. But the bigger thing is our asphalt completely failed. So it first started up failing over there. The water probably got underneath the asphalt. I don't think they made it thick enough. A combination of us washing cars right there and all of the delivery trucks parking their trucks right here has just absolutely destroyed the asphalt. Here's where it's kind of a dilemma. So we obviously need to replace the asphalt, and they need to do a better job of grading the asphalt so that the water runs away from the building. Part of the problem with that is that hill right there and this right here, all this parking area right here, all of it kind of slopes towards the building. It's all coming this way and that way. That's no good. So we need to rent a excavator or something, dig out that hill and make this dirt go that way. And then after we do that, replace the asphalt, because the heavy equipment moving around right here is just going to tear up the asphalt even more. So no point in doing that. Two trains of thought. One is, well, a few things. One, do we replace the asphalt with asphalt or do we replace it with concrete? If we do concrete, you probably want to do all of this area basically out to where it's like the driveway. And I think that's going to cost at least $20,000.
What?
If I do the asphalt, it's more like 6 or 7. Yeah, big bucks. Now the other thing we can do is we've thought about, do we asphalt all of this where the trailer and the coaster bus is and turn this into like a car wash area, and we could actually buy like a metal awning of some sort, bolt that to the ground and get it so that we could wash cars in the shade. Like you could put shielding on one side so that when because the sun sets that way, and so in the afternoon the sun's coming in this way and it's super hot out here on the asphalt. But if you put a awning and you had like a wall on the one side, yeah. So I'm debating doing that. Of course that's more money. Everything's money. It's always more money. Yeah. Anyway, that's where we're at. That's a project I'm thinking about starting this week, is going in and renting like an excavator or something. Oh look, a tiny little praying mantis. See him? Praying mantis. What's up, buddy? He's cool. It's some cool bugs out here. All right, well, let's start rocking and rolling. Well, YouTube, we need to do a rescue mission. So Nathan just called and he had a tire blow out on his way to the shop this morning. So I guess we're gonna go rescue Nathan. His spare tire is here at the shop because he took shit out of his trunk to do some other thing. All right, so I'm gonna bring some tools and spare tire. Fun.
A few moments later.
Well, Nathan wasn't lying. That is quite the blowout. Damn, dude. It like peeled off the rim. Well, that sucks. Well, let's get him situated. Whew. Okay, YouTube, it's hot as hell out today. So, got the lawn mowed. Scott's car, we decided to push over to the 4-post lift because it was open. Oh yeah, so we figured out it's leaking out of the front of the engine. So we cleaned up everything, and then there was some new oil that leaked out while it was sitting there, and that's after we drained the oil, so that's not a good sign. So we're gonna pull off all the timing covers and everything and basically look at the cam seals and stuff. That's the top suspect of where the leaks are coming from. I mean, that's gonna be really annoying if we have to do that, because we just replaced some other gaskets that we're gonna have to replace twice. Great. But we'll get that done if we have to. Basically, it's gonna end up being like a full major service, because then we're gonna have to do the valve cover gaskets in order to get to the cam seals and all that crap. So that's potentially a lot more work than we expected, but it is what it is. So I moved the coaster bus, and I'm now gonna move my red trailer and park it up on the grass, and then I'm gonna go pick up like a backhoe or an excavator or something, and we're gonna start digging some shit up. Well, YouTube, it's time for Farmer Dan again. Oh yeah. Why is Farmer Dan back? Because Farmer Dan is gonna dig out over 40 feet of dirt all the way back there. So we need all this dirt gone, and I rented myself a bobcat. So we got us a big skid steer. So all of this right here where the skid steer is sitting needs to angle that way, basically, like mostly that way and this way, away from the building. And then we need to dig all of that at least a little bit, like maybe 1 bucket wide, so that it's below the building so that water will go that way. We got a shit ton of digging to do. It's gonna take a while. I rented it for a week. And they seem to think that this was the right thing to do, this thing, and not the, I was looking at like doing a backhoe or something, and they said, no, this is what you want. So this is what I got. So I'm gonna drive a bobcat and dig some shit out. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, here we go. All right, YouTube, it's late in the day. It's after 6 o'clock. I've been digging for a couple hours. Here's what I got so far. So I kind of figured I need to dig out here first before I start doing next to the building, because when I do next to the building, it's just gonna push it by the building. So I'm gonna dig this down as far as I can, which basically means I need to get below the building. So you can see I still have a lot of dirt to move. So I'm gonna have to make a massive pile of dirt back here. So I've been pushing it as far back as I can, right up to the property line, and pushing it like right on the fence. I probably will have to put some dirt down there, so we'll have to move this trailer tomorrow. This dirt is starting to get real heavy and muddy like. It's gonna get nasty. So all this, yeah, if I take and move the trailer, then I can dig this down as far as I need to, and then I'll kind of dig out this mound. So I'll do that tomorrow. We'll move the trailer and dig this out. I think it's gonna take probably 25 to 30 hours of digging. That's my guess. The quote we got 2 quotes to dig it out. First one was like 15,000, the other one was 12,000. So this thing was 1,200 bucks plus diesel. So I bet we'll spend, I don't know, 100 bucks in diesel. And then this area, again, we gotta just kind of cut it down. What I'm gonna do with some of this gravel, this is actually like really good stuff that I put down when we bought the property for parking, but I think I'm gonna move some of this way out there by the corner of our driveway, because a lot of the times when the trucks are dropping off cars with the big trailers, they pull around the corner of the driveway, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of a dip, and the trailers fall into that dip and then scratch the bejesus out of our asphalt. So I think I'll try and fill in some of that dip with that stuff when I dig that out. This is gonna be a long, annoying thing, but hey, you know what? If I can save 10 grand doing it, I'm all about saving 10 grand. But I think that's it for today, you guys. So I'm gonna head home, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, and we're still working on Scott's car, so we got a lot to do. So stay tuned.
The next day.
Well, good morning, YouTube, and it's Tuesday. I need to buy some cars. Kind of getting low in inventory. So I did get the deposit on the Porsche last night, so that car most likely is sold. Still waiting on the ECUs for this car. Should have them back today if everything goes right. Then we can get this car all situated, and then it'll probably ship out of here on Friday is what it's looking like. And then, well, I'm working on the dirt mound, and the weather looks like it might not cooperate a ton today. We'll have to do what we can. If it rains, it rains. We'll have to delay a day or so. It's starting to get a little bit almost muddy because I've kind of scooped down to the clay. I did make quite a good dent. I need to get this down, looks like another about 2 feet. And I'm thinking, now that I'm looking at this, that we're probably gonna need like a retaining wall. Everything always gets more expensive the more you do, right? So I think today I'm gonna start off by moving the trailer out of the way and then digging that out and then working this way. Because I need to keep scattering the dirt as much as I can in as many random places as I can to keep it going. And then we'll kind of finish off with this. And I also thought about, and I need to order a crap ton of like crushed limestone or something to be able to scatter all over all of this, because otherwise this is just going to become a mud pit. So I'd like to have it be where you could actually like park one of the trailers back here or drive a car or something, because might as well like use the land that we have, right? So I need to order that this morning because it could take a couple days to get here. Yeah, fun stuff. I know, right? Moving dirt, so fun. Can't believe how expensive that is. It's ridiculously expensive to move dirt. Still in Farmer Dan mode. We got Alan's working on my old 430. We're doing a conversion and everything, so we're doing a bunch of other stuff on that car. We got Nathan working on Scott's car. We figured out that the leak on the front of the engine was actually from the power steering pump or the power steering reservoir or the hoses, not the pump, sorry. And so we are gonna figure out if it's a bad hose, a bad reservoir, or something. Something's leaking. Might even be the clamp, because the clamp's clearly been replaced. It's not a factory clamp. I need to start really hustling on digging out shit, because I just bought 20 yards of base and limestone and stuff to put on the on that once it's dug out. So I need to get that dug out today if I can. So back to doing that. Okay, YouTube, spent another couple hours digging, and so here's where we're at right now. Is I got it down almost to what I want. It needs to be maybe a couple inches down more and smooth, and then I gotta kind of manage the dirt on the sides and get that out of the way. So the plan is I have like 20 yards of limestone and crushed like whatever coming tomorrow, and so all this will just get covered in that stuff and then get packed in, and then we can actually drive cars along the side of the building, and then once we get back here we can actually park them back here, so that way we can fit, I don't know, a couple of like the quote-unquote normal cars, and we could wash cars, because in the morning this is in the shade, so you could actually pull cars out of that garage door right there, wash cars out here and stuff, and be all set. All of this will be covered and be able to be parking for cars. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to dig out some of this so it's not quite as steep. I may have overdone these mounds, and it's gonna be tricky because it's at an angle. You can see it's tilted like that, so that's gonna be a challenge. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that yet, so still working on it. Hopefully we'll have this done today. Let me tell you, this is a pain in the ass. It's hot. Very, very, very hot today. Okay, YouTube, so digging some more. These guys are wrenching away, so Alan's almost got the transmission out of this thing. I bet you will be out today, or at least ready to come out first thing tomorrow. Nathan is changing out the F1 pump on Scott's 430, or 360, Jeez. So by the way, if you didn't know, we can get uprated F1 pumps. So if you have a F1 car and you want to keep it as an F1 car and you don't want to change it out and stuff, we can replace it with uprated stuff where it's like a more modern pump and it's gonna do a better job of shifting and provide better pressure and stuff. So let me show you how we're doing out here. By the way, it got hot. Holy crap. Sun came out and geez, it's hot. Whew. Super humid. So you can see I've got a nice divot there and I need all this dirt to kind of go that way. And then, yeah, so we need to see how there's kind of like a hump. I need to get rid of that hump. It needs to just kind of go straight across, and I need to get all that dirt out of there. So all this dirt on the side needs to go. This dirt can probably stay, but that dirt needs to go. So, and then all of this just kind of needs to slope this way. So we're gonna have a slope this way, slope that way, and then go behind the building. Good Lord. And just to show you how much dirt I've removed. So this mound is probably about 5-6 feet high. There's a couple gaps, but generally consistent all the way around here, and it goes all the way back there. So it's over 50 feet long. So it's over 100 feet total of just dirt. Good Lord, it's a lot of digging, a lot of excavating with that thing. Well, the new stuff is getting delivered tomorrow, so we need to get as far as we can today so we can take care of all this. All right, YouTube, it's pretty late in the day, and I pretty much spent most of the day on that thing, but look at that. It is definitely lower than the building. So now I just gotta get all that dirt out of there. Unfortunately, I think for the safety of the building, we might have to do a lot of that manually. That's gonna suck. But I think that we did pretty good today. So you can kind of see how much lower it is right here than up here. So the water will slope that way, hopefully, and we can get some of the water getting out of here, and then we can kind of redo the asphalt and not have it explode next time. That's the hope anyway. So we'll give it a shot, but that's it for today. So tomorrow is auction day, and we need some cars, so I'm gonna be watching the auctions and hopefully we can buy some cool stuff. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Well, good morning, YouTube. It's Wednesday, it's auction day, and I looked last night and there's not really anything we want at all. So I'm probably not gonna waste my time on the auctions. But it is raining, which is normally not such a big problem, except I'm trying to still move around all that dirt, and so I'm gonna be playing in the mud today, which is gonna suck a lot. So I got a quick respite in the rain. Looks like it's not gonna rain all day, but it is raining right now, and it's raining for a while. So later today I have 20 yards of dirt coming that I want them to dump somewhere around here. Two things. One, this is our internet cable right there. I don't know if you can see it very well. I need to get that buried deep enough down so it doesn't get cut in all this construction and crap going on. So I also need to slope this that away. I need to do that this morning. This gravel and rocks and stuff is actually kind of useful, so I might try and pile it up over here or somewhere that I can reuse it, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. And I can see that there's a low spot over there, so that's actually good. The water's pooling before it gets to the building. So all that crap right there that's tucked onto the side of the building, we need to get all that out of there. That's gonna be a challenge. All right, well, ideally, you know, a part of me says it'd be nice to actually kind of hump this right here so that the water mostly goes this way. It's going to be really hard to actually make it slope that way because right here, this is kind of a high spot, and there's not much we can do about that because our power line right there runs underground straight to the building, and it's right there, and they dug it down as deep as they could, and it kind of had a curve up. So that's not good. Well, God, I got a lot of shit to do. Anyway, I guess we're gonna be playing in the mud again. Hooray. Farmer Dan is still here. Oh, and I guess as far as in the shop, the transmission in this thing is ready to come out, so we'll get that out today. Scott's car, we got the parts that we needed to be able to put the rear main seal back in and get that whole thing set up. So that, we might have the transmission back in. Now we're just waiting for the power steering stuff which should come, actually one of the parts won't be until Friday, so we probably won't have that wrapped up until early next week. Getting the paperwork together on the 911 C4S, just waiting on the shipping quote. They've been slow. As soon as I get that quote, I can send out the paperwork. Should be getting the ECUs on that 430 today. We can get those in, and if it dries up, I can get it test driven, get the readiness monitors to reset, and then we can actually get it inspected, and then I can arrange shipping to send that thing to its new owner. And I had a bunch, I'm getting lots of offers on the Corvette, and yeah. Some dude was like, hey, I want to buy your Corvette. I'm like, cool. He's like, oh, I live in town. I'm like, great. And he's like, can we make this happen tonight? This was 10:30 at night. I'm like, no, we can't make the deal at 10:30 at night. No. This isn't a drug deal. This is a car purchase. Anyway, fun. Let me tell you, so it was raining, and the digging just turned into an absolute mud pit, and I am completely drenched. But I got a lot done, and it stopped raining, so they're supposed to deliver. I actually talked to the dirt delivery people. They were going to deliver it this morning. I said, can you push it back to the afternoon? They said, yeah, because it's supposed to stop raining, which it has, and it's supposed to dry up. So, excuse me, I'm not walking on the mud because I'm wearing my normal shoes, but yeah, so I got it pretty darn level, and I cut all the dirt away from the building as best I could. There's still a little bit, but it's small enough that we can just do it with a shovel at a later time. Had to rebury our internet line, so I did that. That's pretty good. I'm content with that. There's a little bit of a hump right here that I'm not too satisfied with. And I know, like, okay, we're getting a lot of criticism, and I get it. Everyone's like, put in this type of drain and do this thing, and you know, oh, you're whatever. We're doing what we can with what we have available with a constrained budget. So we had a French drain previously, and all it did is fill with dirt and stop working. We'll probably add a French drain at some other point, especially if this doesn't work. Problem is that this is basically as low as the entire property, all the way until way over on the other side of the building. Okay, so there it slopes down and there's a creek, but effectively all of this is the same height. So to get a French drain or any of those style of drains that like go underground to work, you would have to dig a trench over about 150, 200 feet to get to work. And that's just from the back of the building. If you dig along the side of the building, now you're talking another 40 feet plus. And if you do this front side, now you got another 20, 30 feet. So you're talking like 300-ish feet of drain, which I'm not opposed to, but I think it's gonna be very expensive and challenging. So we might have to rent like one of those like ditch digger things in order to do that. So here's what's cool is, assuming this actually works, and we're gonna put down all this other stuff so you can actually drive on it, then now you could actually drive your car around to the back of the building. In theory. I need to actually go get diesel for the Bobcat. I've basically ran it out of an entire tank of gas now. So I'm gonna fill it up and dry off a little. My God, I am so covered, and it's a combination of sweat and rain because it is so humid after it rains like this. It's not that hot. It's only in like the 80s right now, but my Lord, it's probably 100% humidity. It sucks. Otherwise, oh yeah, my boots are just totally covered in mud. Just kind of waiting for the dudes to get here. We'll start wrenching on some cars, send out some paperwork for the 911. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Okay, YouTube, the limestone delivery is on its way. Should be here shortly. So I dug out a little bit more, smoothed it out a bit. I'm gonna try and have the dump truck dump it like right there. That way I don't have to move it a ridiculous amount. I'm gonna have to spread it out all over this and all over that back area. Quite a bit of stuff to spread out, honestly. And if I have some extra, I also want to throw some up in that corner. Yeah, the dump truck is definitely going to destroy my asphalt, and that's okay because we are replacing it. So this asphalt is just about to get absolutely destroyed right here. I think it's okay over there, not so good right here. And it's starting to get hot now, so it's just going to go from sucky to really sucky. Well, YouTube, we got limestone and that stuff. They call it like DE or something. It's fine shit. So basically what we do is we take the big guys We spread those down first, and then we take the little guys and we spread that on top, and that basically stabilizes the big guys. Now I just gotta spread this stuff out everywhere. You can see I already kind of started spread it out here. I may have ordered too much. We'll see. All right, so this is my project for the rest of the day, and probably tomorrow, and potentially Friday. Oh yeah, and the second dump truck did do a little bit more damage to the asphalt, but not ridiculous. I mean, all things considered. Yeah, well, anyway, once we get all of that done, then we can replace the asphalt, because now we won't have water running underneath the asphalt and tearing it up. Oh God, the sun is intense right now. So here's where we're at. I spread out all of the limestone, and so now you can actually walk on this and not get coated in mud, which is nice. But you still probably couldn't drive a car very easily, and the stuff's gonna shift. But I'm gonna kind of go through and spread out the crushed granite in just a minute, and that should make it so we're all good. Now we should be able to hopefully squeeze a car back here and then park them back here. That's the goal, be able to park some cars back here, get them out of the front yard. I did have one oopsie. I was backing up and plowed into that and tore the stupid ooh, hey, wasp, tore that stupid thing off. So I think we'll have to replace that gutter. And I was thinking about it, and it makes sense that we should probably try and get those to dispense the water further that way, something like that, so that way it's further away from the building. I'd love to have it eject it a lot further away from the building. So anyway, there is kind of a slight dip in the middle. I don't know if that's a hurt or not. It might pool up some water when it's really raining hard, but it's below the level of the building, so if it pools up, it should still be able to push the water all the way out here. So I'll probably run the bobcat across it a few more times just to kind of smooth everything out once I spread out everything. But progress, man. We're really getting close to having this all done, and then we can finally do that asphalt. Pain in the ass this has been. Absolute pain in the ass. Not really excited that we had to do this, but many thousands of dollars later, hooray. It's almost done. Making progress on those two guys. So Alan's been cleaning up the bejesus out of my old 430. As long as we're taking everything out, right? Look at that. She's gonna look pretty in a minute. Well, it might be a little bit more in a minute. Oh yes. It's gonna take a little while. We'll send out this radiator to get repainted. So we need to at least clean it a little bit before we send it out, because that's, yeah, everything's coated in like half an inch of dirt on that car. It's disgusting. Okay, YouTube, I believe I have it done. So I spread out all of the what is it, decomposed granite or whatever, and spread it out pretty well as best I can with the skid steer. And so you can see now, theoretically, if everything goes right, when it first rains, it should pack this stuff down in between the rocks and stabilize it. So that's why you have the big stuff the water can go through, and the finer stuff will kind of pack it in and hold it in place. So now, theoretically, we can park some cars back here, in theory. So I'm gonna test that theory, and I'm gonna pull my shitbox Mustang back here and smoke everything out and see if we can jam it back here so we no longer have a lawn ornament. Now we have a backyard ornament. And then the other thing is it'll be really rough at first, but then as this packs in, it should smooth out quite a bit. So I guess I need to move the excavator or the bobcat, and then we'll test this thing out. That worked like a champ. I wish we had a few more feet of room, because then you could actually stack multiple cars back here. But I mean, we can put at least, you know, another car this way and some other shit this way. So it's not ideal, but this is kind of like where you put the shit boxes, you know, the stuff that just need to get out of the way. So hey, it works. This is awesome. And now we can actually wash cars in the mornings, because or actually it's the afternoon, sorry, because you can see the sun sets that way, giving us shade in the afternoon back here. So if we wanted to wash a car back here, we actually can. We can pull it through right there and it won't be such a mud pit, because all of this grass and everything was just mud. Every time it was any bit wet, it just turned into nastiness. So, all right, I am super pleased. Also, this means if we have a car that's it's like parked back here and it's jammed, we can actually drive it out and get it out that way. So this gives us a lot of extra flexibility. I'm really quite happy with this. Now all we need to do is see what happens when it rains. Does the water continue to go into the building? That's the big question, right? And of course, I'm certain, as many of you have pointed out, that some of this is going to fall down first time it rains. I'm not worried about that. Worst case scenario is I'll rent the Bobcat again, because that was actually pretty cheap. We're all set here. I can actually go sit in some air conditioning, and I'll answer some emails and stuff and go home early. Oh my God. This will be the first time I'm home early. Of course, I did come in at like 7 a.m., so it's been a long day. All right, YouTube, it's amazing. I'm gonna be home before 6 today. I'm gonna leave in about 2 minutes. Dirt manipulation is done, so I'm gonna take back the Bobcat tomorrow. I gotta take that car out on a test drive tomorrow, so its ECUs are back, they're in. Gotta make sure it passes missions, so I gotta get all the readiness monitors to reset and then get it inspected. And that car will ship out on Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. And then the guy called me for this car, and he sent the wire, so we should have that paid for tomorrow. I'm gonna arrange shipping, and hopefully that will go out maybe before the weekend. And which means we're gonna have 2 less cars in here, which means we're gonna be like, actually like slim pickings in the shop. So we need to get the shop, we need to get more cars. We need to get more cars to fill up the shop. So I'm probably gonna be spending a lot of time hunting for cars over the next few days. Joy. All right, well, we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube. It's Thursday, which means it's the end of this video and concludes another week in the life of running our dealership. So where are we at? Well, Scott's car, we should be able to get the transmission back in that car today. So that's great. We're still waiting on the power steering parts, so we won't be able to finish that. I believe the one power steering part doesn't arrive at the parts place until Friday, so we probably won't get it till like Tuesday or Wednesday. So this thing should be done mid next week. Josh is back next week, so we can hopefully get the 355 wrapped up and back together next week sometime. This LC500, no offers on it yet. Not entirely surprised. This 911, I'm supposed to have money in the bank, so I need to go check and see if we do have it. If so, it's going out the door. My old 430, well, we got the exhaust out, and there's a bunch of parts coming, and it's basically ready to get converted, so we should have a lot of that done. I don't know what we're gonna get done today. We'll probably get some stuff done today. Alan's been really cleaning up. The poor thing just needed to get like everything clean, because it just, you know, I mean, it's got 76,000 miles. That's what happens. This car, we got the ECUs back in. That is my top priority of this morning, is I need to go drive it and get all the readiness monitors to reset so I can get it inspected, and then we can get shit shipped out on Friday. Corvette got lots of interest, lots of offers, all low balls. Not entirely surprised there. And that 430, we're gonna be swapping out with the yellow 360. You guys may have remembered seeing that one. We'll get those swapped out probably next week at Makina. They'll do the conversion on that, and then we got some other parts that we're gonna put in it. And I think, believe it or not, I just got word that the 458 in the corner that we've been sitting on forever, the parts, the exhaust, may have shipped out today, which means we should have it early next week. So that might be what we're working on next week. Black 458 for sale. Barn Find 360, need to clean up, and the Jag. And the only car that we have on the outside right now is the coaster bust for once. So finished up all the dirt on the side, and I'll probably take back the Bobcat today, maybe tomorrow. I'm kind of sitting on it for one more day just to see if I want to add more decomposed granite. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna take a look at it. We'll make a decision. But that's it. I gotta edit videos, so thank you so much to all of you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. That helps out the channel. You can also go to normalguysupercar.com, use the code NGS10, hooks you up with 10% off, and ngsupercars.com, our dealership website, which is being redone, so hopefully we'll have that new website out shortly. But we'll see you guys next week. You know we're going to be doing a lot of cool car stuff. You're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.